Alex, it doesn't seem like 2 minutes since you were out in Barbados as one of the young pups in the squad on the pre-season trip, and now you're an established player playing in all formats. It's moved on quickly, isn't it?
Yeah, it has. I mean, I think this is probably the fourth pre-season now. Like you say, I've all of a sudden become almost like a senior player in the team, and I still don't really see myself as that. And hopefully a little bit of captaincy opportunity in this 2-day game, and crack on.
At this stage in the pre-season trip, it's just about getting outside, isn't it? Getting some overs in the bowlers, getting you out in the middle, and you got some runs today.
Yeah, I got a few. It was just good to spend a couple hours at the crease, really. Against our lads, I obviously had Siddy and Brooksy today. They're going to be just as good as anything we'll come up against in the season. So just to get out there and work on a few things, and like it says, get some valuable time in the middle, really.
And Jack Leaning, who just missed out on his first class ton last year with a 99, didn't he, in the championship? He got a double century today.
Yeah, he batted beautifully. That's probably the best I've seen him play. And he's had a winter in Australia and obviously done some work. And I think that sort of innings during the pre-season can be the sort of innings that does it's probably a catalyst for hopefully a couple of hundreds. I mean, like you say, Jack, he hasn't got first class 100 yet, but hopefully this will be the start of a good season for him too.
Have you had time since last September to sit down and actually think of the magnitude of what you achieved last year and winning the championship? Yeah,
I think at the end of the season, obviously you enjoy your victory and the title of being champions, and the lads. We had a good couple of weeks there, and you do look back and you're proud of the achievement. But it's a new year now. It's obviously 2015 now, and the lads, it hasn't even come in passing in conversation. So we're well aware of what it takes to win trophies, and we're just focused on working hard and getting everybody into a good headspace for the start of the season.
I remember talking to Martin Moxon, your gaffer, at the end of last year. It took him 30 years to get his hands on the trophy. There's young pups like you and Jack Leaning doing it very early in your career, but now it's a time to think of more, isn't it, and move on?
Yeah, it is. I think if you dwell on it and you live in the past, you probably find yourself a little bit complacent. And as a team and as a squad, that's one thing that I don't think we have done. And like I said, you realise how hard it is to win a championship once you do finally clinch a title, and you can't be off the boil unless you won't be anywhere near towards the end of the season.
There's going to be some other counties gunning for you this year, aren't they, to try and knock you off your perch? You're going to have to be on your game right from game one.
Yeah, certainly, and we'll probably have some lads aware of England, which is something that we'll have to adapt to. And I think everyone's looking forward to the challenge, to be honest. Counties, we know that counties are, they'll be coming for us, and I think we use that in our favour, and have that little bit more determination to prevail.
So it's a pre-season tour that's a little bit different for you, isn't it, this time? Because it ends with a serious game, really, with the champion county game against the MCC. They've got a good squad, haven't they?
Yeah, they have got a good squad, I think. If anybody said to you that they wouldn't like to get some runs in that game, they'd be lying. And I think the main thing is obviously with one eye on the season and getting the overs and game time, and for players who most of them have been in Leeds all year. So we're just really trying to get that experience, and we want to be in a good place for that Worcester game, really.
I know it's kind of a peculiar sport because you start on naught, don't you, at the start of the season. So that champion county game is a chance to get your tally underway and get your feet moving and get everything ready. Yeah,
exactly. And as a batsman, obviously you want to feel that you're in a good place, and like I say, get your feet moving, a bit of time at the crease. And personally, that's what I'll be wanting to take from it, and all the other batters in our team, and even some of the bowlers, I'm sure will be feeling the same way.
You've got Jeff Boycott, Michael Vaughan talking you up as an England opener of the future. The touring party for the West Indies is announced very, very soon. You wouldn't be human if you weren't kind of thinking about that, would you?
Well, I haven't been. Obviously.
Is that honest?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm still a young player. I'm still only 21. I've got a lot of development, I think, in my game, and I've only done well, in my opinion, probably the last 18 months. You probably don't deserve any other acknowledgement other than county, if that sort of time period. So I'm well aware that I need to stack up the runs again and turn into a senior figure in the team, and that's what I'm really focusing on.
Another guy that was on the trip to with the Lions this winter was your opening partner Adam Lyth, who's another man that's been talked about as a potential tourist.
Yeah, certainly. Well, that's like I was saying, Adams. He's played well for the last few years, and obviously last year he excelled, and nobody could catch him really. He's a little bit different to me. He's 27 now. He knows his game, and he's probably ready for an opportunity. Whereas, I feel like if I did go in, I feel that I wouldn't do myself any harm. But I think I've got another 12 months at least learning the craft and trying to just obviously get to where I want to be.
One word answer: will Yorkshire retain the championship this year?
Hopefully.
Have a really good trip out here and good luck for the summer.
Cheers.